Oh. Okay. Huh? What's this? Whoa. Now that's awesome. Hey guys, it's AGIG Lucky 13 Studios here with a brand new video for you. And today I am going to be making a video that you guys have requested. I put a story on my Instagram with polls asking you guys to choose from 3 videos, as well as on my community tab on YouTube, and this is the one that you voted on. So this is going to be a video where I show you guys the things that I made for my American Girl dolls when I was a kid. Now, I classify being a kid kind of late just because I didn't find AGTube until I was in at least 6th, almost 7th grade. I was on AGTube in 6th grade, but I didn't start really posting until later that year or 7th grade. I can't quite remember. I think it was 2006, which would put me end of 6th grade or in 6th grade. I'm on summer break. Don't make me do math. This video was inspired by AGIG for Dollies Forever. She made the same video. I thought it was a great idea, so thank you so much for the inspiration, and I will be sure to tag you in this video. Be sure to check out her video as well. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get started looking at some stuff. I'm not going in any particular order. I'm just gonna grab. Also, there are unfortunately just a few things that I've made over the years that did not make it, apparently, to the next house. I must have thrown them away over the years, but I will attach pictures and like video clips of the ones that I do have. All right, so we're gonna start with this box. Again, no particular order because I know what's in this box, and it's got kind of like a mixed timeline. So the first things that I'm pulling out in here are all of these little DVDs, and there are a lot of them. Lots of little DVDs, and it's a really big reflection of like my interests and the things that I was doing at that point in my life. Like right here, we have a DVD of The Help, one of my favorite movies, one of my favorite books. I love this movie. I watch it at least once a year. At the front of the DVD with the picture on it, the side, and the back. I'm pretty sure you can just Google like DVD covers and it shows the full spread, including the spine, and I just glued it onto a piece of yellow foam. And then on the inside, I even made the little disc, and I just put it in this pocket of tape that you can see is so old now, it just came right out. So here is the little DVD. Nothing on the back though. It's just a little yellow piece of foam. I'm surprised this paper is still on there, and I didn't even punch a little hole in the center. I had to read that book for a school project that year, so that was probably like 7th grade. I think that's the year that I read that book for English. Oh, this really is a true testament to the things that I was into at the time. These were definitely high school. So I have both season 1 and season 2 of the show Glee. I used to be super obsessed with the show Glee because I was in show choir and I wanted to be Rachel Berry. So I have season 1 and season 2 because that was all that was out when I had made these. There's the front, there's the side with the spine, there's the back, open it up, and there's the DVD. I did punch a hole in that one, see? I see you. And there's a back to this one as well that's shiny. Here's the inside of the case. I put a little 3D circle so that I could just pop the disc right back in. So there's that one. And here's Glee Season 2. There's the spine. And there's the back. Honestly, I cringe thinking about watching Glee. I just can't bring myself to ever do it again. There's the inside of the case, and again, I made the actual disc. I made both of these on the same day. So it pops up off the 3D disc with a little bit of double-sided tape, I guess. There's the disc. Oops. There's the back. And I punched a hole in it, although it is very off-center. And it pops right back and goes back in the box. Never to be seen again. Or to just be shoved on a future dollhouse shelf. The next one is The Big Bang Theory. and this is the complete first season. I really like The Big Bang Theory, but I can't bring myself to watch the full thing. I always give up before I can get through like all the seasons. But I really like this show. My boyfriend, however, does not, which is very surprising. If you knew my boyfriend, you would know that he is very techie. He's an engineer. So I thought he would have been all over it. No, it drives him crazy. He hates it. So here is the spine. I wish it would focus. Are you gonna focus? And there is the back. And again, if you open it, oh, I got lazy on this one too. It's just got a little pocket at the bottom that you can pull the disc out of. There's the disc. I didn't even hole punch this one because it's got a little hole punch already in it. And then there's the back. I did give this one a back. Look how horrible I was with scissors. I still can't cut worth a darn, but I've improved past this, people. Then we have Harry Potter, movie 1 and the Sorcerer's Stone, although I believe this one says the Philosopher's Stone on it. I Googled, again, the DVD cover, and that's the one that came up. So there's the full spread with the front cover, the spine, and the back. I love that it even had the little barcode on it for extra realistic details. And then open it up. Here's the inside of the case that I just dropped the DVD. It has the little disc that I had cut and taped in the middle so that I could put the disc in and out like a real DVD. And there's the disc. This one's my favorite. It's the best quality and it turned out the best. And I covered the whole thing in shiny tape. So it has a little sheen on it. And there's the back. Yep. That one's cute too. This is another testament to what I was really into. I went through a Tangled phase. I still love Tangled, but it's not my all-time favorite Disney movie anymore. The hype was fresh and new, so I really, really enjoyed it then. This was one of the first Disney movies I watched with my boyfriend. So here is the DVD. There's the spine, and there's the back. And it's on green craft foam. Again, there's another little paper pocket and the disc. And this one's cutesy. There's the front of the disc. I punched a hole in it thinking I was gonna make another little 3D insert, and I never did. And then here's the back. I probably had printer troubles back then, so I just gave up on printing the back to it, and I just drew it with marker. I'm having a good time right now. This one's Dolphin Tale, another movie that had just come out. I love dolphins. Loved this movie. Such a good movie, even though it was a little bit sad. It's on blue craft foam. Here's the front cover. Here's the side spine. And here's the back. I actually watched this movie again pretty recently, and it still holds up. Here is the inside of the DVD. Oh, it ripped. Why didn't you guys tell me it was ripped? Boo. Maybe I can make another one later. On the inside, we have another paper pocket with the disc like this. It says Dolphin Tale on it, and then on the back, I did give this one a paperback. Put it back in the pocket. All right, last one of these. We had just gotten the Wii, either that year or a couple of years before that for Christmas. I can't quite remember when it came out, but we got a Wii for Christmas. So I made a Wii version of my favorite game, which is Just Dance 2. I like Just Dance 2 the best. I remember it because it had Rasputin on it, and it had It's Raining Men on it. This one was always the one that I came back to. So here is the front cover of the game. There's the spine. It says Wii right here at the top. Sorry if it won't focus. And here is the back. And when you open it up, I think this is one, yep, that has another paper pocket, but there's the disc. Looks like this. There's the actual disc. I did not pull punch that. It's just in there from the picture. And then I gave it a CD back as well. I made doll Wii remotes to go with my Wii. And it's just on green craft foam. I remember being so proud of myself for cutting them out so nicely. And it's just got the front of the Wii remote on here. The paper has really faded over the years, even though I've covered it with tape. There's the back with the button. So there's just two little remotes on green craft foam. There's two of them. So that two people could play just like me and my sister could growing up. And that is my box of little things that I made in there. Let's move on. I made a doll TV a long time ago out of a little square box, which is really a testament to how TVs used to look when I was a kid. So I'll try to attach a picture from my doll crafts video that I made on my old AGIG account when I think I was in middle school, maybe early high school, I can't quite remember. So I just used a little box from some food and I cut out a square to put for the screen, and I had it arranged where it was like the top and the screen, I could like make a little pocket. I could put a little piece of paper down in there and make it look like the dolls were watching TV. And this is the little remote that I made to go with it. It's just some cardboard covered in black construction paper with red and green buttons on it. There's a little power button. There's the volume up and down button. There's the numbers to change the channel with. Nickelodeon was channel 31. Disney Channel was channel 27. Cartoon Network was channel 46. Back then. Yeah. Here's another one that I made when I was probably more in middle school. So this is the camera that I used to use when I first started off with YouTube. I got a flip video camera from one of my best friends who didn't want it anymore, and that's what I used to record my videos on AGIG. And I used that well into those days of AGIG until I switched over to a little orange digital camera. I can't quite remember what brand it was. And then I switched over to my little point and shoot. And now I use my phone mostly because that camera is dead. But I want to get a new camera, a DSLR, so that I can improve my videos and photography for you guys on Instagram as well. So here is the flip. That was a lot of talking. Here's the flip. The front looks just like the white one. You have the lens, which is 3D. I actually glued that on there. I was really proud of this. There's the flip logo at the bottom with the red dot on the eye. Here's the side. That is where you could push this part down and the USB to plug it into your computer would pop out. And it would just go in and out of the camera. That part actually broke. That's why I stopped being able to use this camera. Plus it wasn't the best quality. The sound was really bad, but it was better than nothing at the time. Here's the back. The screen, the two buttons that you use to navigate, the little keypad with arrow buttons, and the red record button. And then there was nothing on the side. And this is the hole that I included because I was gonna make a little tripod and punch that hole out so that they could sit it on a tripod. It's broken. As you can see, I can push the side in, but it's held up pretty good, I think, for being made out of cardboard and tape. This is probably one of my favorite crafts that I ever made just because it's really nostalgic, but it's just a good little piece of my AGTube history. I made this little doll pizza out of craft foam, paint, and index cards. I used a lot of index cards back in the day because that's what I had a lot of. This was a My Froggy Stuff tutorial. It's got pepperoni and peppers on it. I don't even like peppers on my pizza much. I'm more of an olive girl. This is so cute, I still use this. This is a little mince container that I got from Charlotte Russe when I was a teenager. That was my favorite store in the mall. I don't even know where one is now. But yeah, it's this little pink container, and I turned it into a doll pencil case. And inside are some of my other crafts that I've made and remade over the years. So these are little pencils that I made out of toothpicks. I've made a lot of these over the years. I've made colored pencils as well, but I don't know where those have gone. So here are the pencils. They're just up close. They look like this. Got the tip on one end, we got the eraser on the other, the metal holding the eraser in place, and I even wrote a little number 2 on there. It's just not going to focus, with a skinny Sharpie. And then here's another one. It's a different size. Ooh, this one's got the number 2 written on it a little bit clearer, so maybe it'll focus enough so we can see it. Moving on, here are some books that I've made over the years. This one is Catching Fire. I had all the Hunger Games books, but they fell apart. So this is the only one that made it. So here is the cover. And I didn't even cover this with tape or anything, so all the edges are all frayed and stuff from being used and taped together to make stacks. There's the spine. There's the back. See, that's where that was held in the doll's hand with tape. And then open it up and it's just blank because I filled it with index cards. Then I made this little book. I was obsessed with Jekyll and Hyde. I still kind of love Jekyll and Hyde, but I went through a Jekyll and Hyde phase, especially after I discovered how good Monster High was when I was in high school. And I wanted to make a Jekyll Hyde video for Halloween using that song from the Arthur's music video episode. I'd still like to make that one day, but not now. So here's the front cover with my awful handwriting on it when I was a kid. There's the spine. And there's nothing on the back. And then finally, I made this book of Nolan's songs a long time ago. Like AG Facebook days, I've got pictures of this song book. Did I write anything in it? I can't even remember. Yes! This book contains songs written by Gabriel. I forgot his real name is supposed to be Gabriel. Oh my God, this is lore. Nolan's real name is Gabriel Nolan Liam Lakin. And I've been misspelling his middle name. I wrote it L-I-E-M. Property of Gabriel Nolan Liam Lakin. Most songs dedicated to Kate Leah Kittredge. So back in the day on AG Facebook, when a lot of people made accounts for their dolls, Tori, Girl of the Year Studios, was on there with me. And our dolls had a little relationship on there. So my Nolan and her doll, Kate, who is Kit, had a cute little relationship on there. And he wrote a little song for her called Blue Eyes. She's looking at me from across the way. I wonder if she knows that I say she's beautiful and perfect to me, looking at me with those blue eyes that sparkle when she smiles. And when she's gone, I long to look at them again. And maybe then I'll be brave enough to tell you how I feel, because they hypnotize, oh, those blue eyes. Heck yeah, good job, me. Sometimes being an empathetic person pays off, because you can put yourself into the shoes of non-existent people. I cannot believe that I forgot his real name. I cannot believe that I've been misspelling his middle name. I've got to go back and change like my roster. I've got to go back and change everything. Jeez. All right, so this next item is again another piece that's like a big time capsule glimpse at what was popular when I made it. This is one of those little texting phones that has a QWERTY keyboard. This is science, y'all. This stuff doesn't come out, and I was so proud of this. I'd made a couple of these, but the first one was made out of index cards, so it broke real quick. So this one is red and it's made out of cardboard. Here's the screen. There's the speaker at the top and the bottom, and then here's the back. It has the camera on it, and it says AG Mobile on it with a star. And then here's the keyboard. Comes in and out like this, and there's the keyboard. So cute. The back is just white. That's so funny. I forgot to color it. And then here's the top. It has the charging port, the headphones jack, very important. I'm gonna show these next two things together because they are the same thing. These are just little Nintendo DS's that I made when I was a kid. This one, the pink one, is the one that I had, and this blue one is the one that my younger sister had. So this pink one I made is made out of thick cardboard. I colored it pink. I drew the little Nintendo DS symbols. I drew the light on it like it's off. That's funny. Here's the back. Here's the side with the cartridge chamber, headphones jack, and the buttons for... Oh, it's not a button. That was just a little thing that was down there. Here's the side of it. It should have a little piece of cardboard that has the volume little toggle, as well as a slot for the stylus, because I made a little stylus out of toothpicks and little pony beads, but oh, it's not in there anymore. It used to be stuck inside. It fell in there. Here's the inside. Look how cute that is, guys. Like, That is so cute. There's the speakers, the top screen, the bottom screen, the buttons, A, B, and all that good stuff. The direction buttons, the start button, and the select button. So cute. Here's the blue one. It's very flimsy. Like, you can see that it's been dented from years of being in boxes and bags and things and thrown together. I'll probably remake this someday. This, like I said, is the same one that my sister had. There's the outside. There's the little lights that come on when you're playing it. I put them on the top instead of on the front. Here's the back. The sides. Oh, this one has a stylus in it. I hear it. There's the little slot that I created for the stylus. You can still see that I tried to punch that hole there. And the volume button. And then here is the headphone jack, the game cartridge slot. And then when you open it up, same thing. 2 screens, speakers, start and select button, the directional buttons, the command buttons, and yeah, real cute. There's a stylus in here. I wonder if it's the one that I made to go with this one or the one that I made to go with this one. In my original doll house, they had a computer, like a desktop, because that's what I had at the time to use to edit with. It was hard to be an AGIG tuber in the early 2000s, guys. So this is the computer mouse that I made to go with my doll's desktop. And it's just blue craft foam with pink buttons on it. Click, click. I'm surprised it doesn't have a scroll in the middle. And then the bottom, so that it stuck up a little bit, I just glued an extra piece of foam right underneath it. So cute. And the computer's been long gone. All right, the next item is this laptop. Pink and purple and blue, my favorite colors at the time. I still love light blue and pink, but I'm not as much of a purple girl anymore. So here's the front. There is the spine. I wanted it to open and close like a real laptop. And here's the back with some pieces that I thought would help weigh it down. When I was filming, I had to tape this thing down to the table every single time I used it. Here is the inside of the laptop. There's the screen. I gave it a webcam. Here is the keyboard, the mouse with the buttons. Yeah. So yeah, it's a cute little laptop. Now I have Lainey's laptop, so I don't need this one as much. But it's so cute to just sit on a table, and there it is. So I unfortunately do not have physical ones of these anymore. I must have thrown them away over the years because they were a little bit flimsy, but they were so cute. I made these little Starbucks to-go cups. This was just made out of paper. I found a template for an actual Starbucks cup. Here are the little Starbucks to-go cups that I was just telling you about. Those are so cute. I love those. So I used a My Froggy stuff tutorial or something that was just like cups. I folded it up so that it was like the shape of a cup, and I glued the bottom together so that nothing would fall out of it. And then I made a top that's actually removable so that I could show them making the drinks, because I wanted to make a coffee shop. I've always wanted to do like a coffee shop video, and I never made it. So there's tops that come off, and I put paper crumpled in there to hold the shape. And I made a lot of those, and I guess I threw every single one of them away. Maybe I'll make some. Actually, I don't need to really. I have the doll coffee shop set now. So this is something that I made for Worthington. This is just a little magic wand that I made out of a skewer or a toothpick. I think it might be a broken skewer. So I just did a My Froggy stuff tutorial or something like that. I can't quite remember what tutorial I used, but I took the toothpick or the skewer and I cut it down to size, and then I used hot glue and I rolled the wand and just did hot glue and a cool design all over it. And then I painted the whole thing after it dried, making sure to give it a good bottom base like this. I just painted the whole thing with shiny metallic paint, and it turned out so cute. Like, I've used this in Worthington before. I'm actually going to be privating all those videos so that I can remake Worthington in the future. I made a doll fireplace a long time ago out of a cereal box. I used it for a couple of videos. As you can see, it's just paper and I colored on it. And it wasn't my best work, but it worked for the purpose that I used it for. And then we also made this doll TV, and it's just made with the lid to a gift box and a top to some old medicine, an old prescription bottle. The front is all black so that I can edit in whatever I want them to be watching. All right, so I tried to get into sewing a while back. It didn't work out. I'd like to try it again when I have more time and patience. But I did follow a My Froggy Stuff tutorial, and I sewed some shoes for a doll. This is them. I used some felt, cardboard, ribbons. There was a toe cap on there, but I just took them off. I thought they turned out so cute. They were very difficult to make. They took me 2 days to make and a trip to the craft store. But I love these, and they're actually pretty sturdy considering they are made out of cardboard and felt. I use these regularly on my dolls. I've used these in stop motions. I've used these for pictures. Most of the time my boy dolls are wearing these because they go with all their outfits. In fact, I stole these off of Peyton for this video. I want those back. Sorry, Peyton, but they turned out really cute. I would never, ever make these again. But I did have a good time while I was trying to make them the first time, and seeing a product actually come out the way that you intended it to is very satisfying. I'm getting tired of talking, so I'm gonna end this video right here, but thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to leave a like, a sweet comment below, and hit that subscribe button so you can join the Lucky 13 Studios family. If you're interested in more behind the scenes content, including a look into my personal life to see what I'm up to when I'm not active on AGTube, be sure to give my AGIG a follow at AGLucky13 Studios. The link is always in the description of my videos and my bio of my channel. I hope you have an awesome day. Thank you so much for 340 subscribers, and I'll see you next time with my next video. Bye now.